Welcome to the May edition of the Anger Cure. In this month's videos, Emily and I look at positive psychology and how it may be able to help your anger. Positive psychology is a relatively new field of study that has been developed over the last 10 to 15 years by writers like Martin Seligman. Positive psychology moves away from what it sees as the traditional focus on curing mental illness and wants to take a broader look at what it takes to make people thrive and be happy. As such, it focuses on human strengths and resources rather than deficits and pathology. Positive psychology is a science of the positive aspects of human life, such as happiness, well-being, and flourishing. It can be summarized in the words of its founder, Martin Seligman, as the scientific study of optimal human functioning that aims to discover and promote the factors that allow individuals and communities to thrive. Some of the useful tools from positive psychology include mindfulness, journaling, and the practice of gratitude, all of which we will explore further in this month's videos. Have you noticed how powerful some of the posts that I make in the Facebook group are, when I simply ask people to reflect on what they are proud of, what strengths they have, and what they are grateful for? I get so much great feedback on these challenges, as it really helps to stop people's negative stream of thoughts and helps them look at the world in a different way. As we have seen in the module on anger and the mind, this simple act can have a profound effect on the way we feel. You know, most of us have a tendency to negative thinking. Some would argue that we are hardwired to be slightly paranoid, and that this gives us an evolutionary advantage. By expecting the worst, we may be prepared for it, and therefore are more likely to survive. And there may be some truth in this, but it is also true that prolonged negative thinking adds to our anger, anxiety, and depression. Spending just a few minutes each day focusing on the positive aspects of our life acts as an antidote to our mindless thinking and helps us to train our brain to be more open to the possibilities and opportunities in our lives. So far, so good. And I hope you will find the tools in this month valuable. But there is also a dark side to too much positivity. In recent years, elements of positive psychology and positivity in general have become meshed in New Age thinking. How many times have you been told just to think more positively, as if this is a magic cure-all for everything? Unfortunately, we and the universe do not work like that. As I explored in the January videos, our emotions exist for a reason. Sometimes it is appropriate that we feel angry, sad, or scared. These emotions are telling us that we need to heed something. The risk of too much positivity is that we suppress our true feelings under a saccharine veneer of positive thinking that only blocks us from finding our true path. This doesn't mean that we shouldn't look for positives in any setting. Even the Buddha tells us that every problem also contains the possibility of growth and change. However, we have to accept the downs that life throws us and feel the associated pain to learn the lesson. A further risk is that we begin to blame ourselves for our misfortunes. If, as so many popular journal articles suggest, we can create our own success purely by willing it, then it stands to reason that our lack of success, wealth, and happiness is a result of our own lack of positive thinking. It becomes a perverse sort of victim blaming, in which our misfortunes get put down to our own personal deficits. This kind of thinking sounds like a recipe for anger and anxiety to me. Contrast this with the kind of radical acceptance taught by spiritual teachers such as Tara Brach. Radical acceptance calls on us to accept the reality of the situation, feel the associated pain and suffering, and then to engage creatively with the situation to move forward. I think this approach could be very rewarding for your anger. Don't forget to tune in to Emily's video this week. She has a great exercise to challenge you right at the start of this month. I'll see you next week when we look more deeply and in depth at journaling and how this can help with your anger. Until then, bye.